right, let's get right to it. Okay, all right. So I'll share my screen here with you, you girls. Okay, and here we go. Okay. All right. Okay. So firstly, thank you again for joining us, girls. This is Shred and Strength Challenge number 31, and welcome to our health and well-being workshop for this morning. So we're going to get, like I said, stuck straight into it. So just a few things quickly I want to tick off our list. And if you haven't received anything, or you don't know if any of these documents, girls, as well, please let me know. So firstly, you've joined the weight loss challenge group. That's an obvious yes. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to see this link. There. So I'm hoping we have Netta, Juvie.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. I've also put in some meal plans and training programs. All good with that, are we, girls?
Yep.
Yeah. All good, Juvie. I know you got your hands full there. All good. All good. But if you haven't received anything, let me know.
I'm ready. Thank you. We'll show you.
No problem. All good. Monday, Fridays, if you can, send me your weight if we've negotiated. Otherwise, not a problem. No dramas. Point number four, that you're trying your best to stick to your calorie. Yeah, okay. Stick to your calorie limits. 14 to 1700 calories, and then males 19 to 2500 calories. So try your best to stick to those calorie limits there, girls and boys, if we're watching this later on. Point number 5, that you've got some kind of a Fitbit, Apple Watch, Garmin, something to track your steps. You can even use your phone, as well, using your phone, popping that in your pocket, and that way that'll help track your steps as well. And the idea is always to try your best to get up to 10,000 steps a day, as long as you can walk and you're not in so much pain, right, Netta?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. On those days, chill out. No need to worry about getting 10,000 steps, not necessary. Point number 7, okay, that you, if any questions regarding weight loss, exercise, nutrition, have complete confidence that you can tell me or ask me any questions you like. Feel free to post in the group too. But if you want something a bit more private, I understand. Just text or call me directly. Hey, John.
Oh, hey, buddy. How are you?
Good, John. This is my wife, Clorinda.
Hello, Clorinda. How are you?
Yeah, good. Nice to meet you.
There
nice to meet you.
There we go. We're all in here. Fantastic. And point number 8, understand that there will be a leaderboard that I'll put on the Facebook group, but it's only going to display, and if you want, your percentage of weight loss. Nobody knows anyone's weight. That's completely private. If you want, you're cool with it. And especially if you've achieved really great results, I will put how much weight you've lost. Say, for example, you've lost 2-3 kilos in a week, and you're at the top of that leaderboard. I will acknowledge that. But if you don't want me to do any of that, that's okay. But remember, nobody knows each other's weight, as well in this challenge. Okay, it's just your percentage of weight loss. Okay, that's all. Okay. Number 9, that there's a healthy habits tracker and checklist. This is a really good one, guys, to measure your habits. And I'll repost that back on the group if you haven't got that. You can download that, print it up. You don't have to email it back to me. Just print it up, and then you can mark it down on a sheet. Then just take a photo of that every week, and then at the end of on Monday, and then just send me that. So you just take a photo and send that to me, and I will be going through that healthy habits tracker very soon. Point number 9. 9. That's the checklist and the Monday morning weigh-ins. Point number 10. You're doing your measurements fortnightly. We do it now weeks 1, 3, 5, and 6. Okay. Before we used to do 1, 3, and 6, but we're doing an extra one there. That way people can see how they're going with their measurements. I often find that's the most motivating one to work in there, is your measurements. And then last point, we acknowledge that the weekends are the hardest time to lose weight. Well, when I put this point in, it's because we had a social life. Not many of us have a social life now because we can't do anything. So, usually the weekend, catching up for parties, festivities, was an issue. It will be soon. We'll have a couple of weeks and then we'll be back out there. So still acknowledge that the weekends is often the hardest time to lose weight. So don't worry about trying to lose. If you're able to maintain, you're doing incredible. I don't expect anyone to lose weight over a weekend. All good. Any questions at all about that, Netta, Juvie, John?
Nothing. It's far.
All good? Yeah. If you got questions, guys, please stop me and we'll go through it together, okay? All right, moving on. Okay, now this time I will put in the group. Basically, it's just a goal setting sheet. I'm a massive fan in goals, and I think we always need to refine them. Just because we don't reach a goal at a certain time or we haven't hit them in the past doesn't mean we stop doing it. You simply change the goal, you know, as well, or the time frame. That's all we do. So, so point number one we got here, how much weight do we want to lose in 6 weeks? Now, going on a rough healthy recommendation is usually half a kilo a week. That's the healthy recommendation. Half a kilo to a kilo a week. You know, but it depends on how much weight you need to lose. If you need to lose, say 10, if you feel you need to lose 10 or more kilos, you can make that, you know, as well, anywhere between half a kilo to a kilo and a half a week. If you only have like 5 kilos to lose, half a kilo a week is plenty, you know, as well in that. So give you an understanding, you know, what's realistic. I know we may remember the old Biggest Loser workshop shows, and they, you know, have massive amounts of weight loss. But a lot of those people, participants, they're in excess of 150, 160 kilos. So the ability to lose a lot of weight when you're that big is actually tremendous. But as you get closer to the goal, it gets a lot harder to lose those numbers. So just bear that in mind. Now, this is for you to go through in your own time. And again, I will put that on the Facebook page. Point number 2, 3 habits. So it's not about just focusing on a number. What 3 things will I do on a daily basis to make sure that I'm taking steps every single day to get towards those goals? So it could be something clearly as making sure I'm using my fitness power, sticking to my meal plan, drinking 2 liters of water a day, getting 10,000 steps a day, sticking to an allocated budget of overall calories or dinner, you know, there. But you got to make it 3 habits for you.
What are you doing?
Make that decision for you. You got to make that for yourself. And then point number 3, what's a reward when I achieve my goal at 6 weeks? So if you achieve your goals or you've been very productive regardless, what's something you would do for yourself? I think it's good to acknowledge that. It's kind of like a mini, I was going to say graduation, you know, as well, but it is, you know, as well, if anything, it is like a little graduation you have at the end of the challenge. That way, you know, as well, you've got something to look forward to. But you know, and that could, an example of that could be buy an outfit, you know, as well, that celebrates, you know, as well, that new physique, you know, as well, that you have. But I do say don't plan a meal, you know, as well with that, thinking, hey, I've lost all this weight. Now I can't wait to have this food. No. And I'm a bit harsh on that one. I have a philosophy. You're not a dog. Don't reward yourself with food. You know, it's all like that. Okay. So again, bit harsh, but kind of counterproductive, you know, if you're rewarding yourself with the same thing that made you gain the weight in the first place. So, and also point number 5, whom will I be accountable to? Well, girls, you're both accountable to me, but if you've got other people who are supportive, okay, and in your corner, make sure you try and include them in it there. So I like to think Netta, Steve is supportive. Yes, no. Okay, you're laughing. I'll leave that up to you. Okay, you know, as well there. And Juvie, I like to think, and he's right next to you. So if he's not supportive, Juvie, let me know and I'll kick his ass. You hear that, John? Okay. All good. No, you got a good guy. You both got good men there, so I'm sure they'll be very supportive for you. So all good.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Fair call. All good. We're human at the end of the day, aren't we? But when they're not being supportive, let them know not being supportive. All right. Okay. Moving on. Okay. So right here we have, move this over here. We have the healthy habits tracker. Can I make that bigger? I can't make that bigger on my end. I apologize.
Yeah, we can do it. We can zoom it.
Yeah, I can't scroll
Not
in,
gonna share.
unfortunately. Yeah, because I'm sharing the screen, it's just got it here. Like,
If it's okay, I zoomed it. So if you go up to the top, you got view options and you can make it 200%.
I think you can do it on your end. I can't do it on mine, but that's okay. Yeah, if you can zoom it and make it bigger on yours. So as you can see here, you got the healthy habits tracker, which says you get 2 points for planning in your meals for the day. So you pre-plan. So you do that the night beforehand. So you're planning your meals ahead of time. Then you get another 2 points for getting 10,000 steps. You get a point for doing resistance training. You get another point for doing, for consuming 2 to 3 liters of water. You get another point for having breakfast. Another point for journaling your food in MyFitnessPal. Another point for sticking to an allocated dessert. And another point for getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Now, Juvie, this may be a bit harder for you with very small children, as well, like that, to get that sleep.
I just have a question about where is this one? It's blurry. About the dessert.
Dessert, yep.
The night. Was this? I can't. Blurry. A slipper. What is that? No, it's not. The dessert tonight. I can't read. I think it's column last, second to the last. Do you know the dessert?
The dessert, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the
Because I
thing.
usually don't have dessert at night.
No, and that's fine. You still give yourself a point, Juvie. So if you don't have the dessert, still give yourself a point. But if you do have dessert, you got to stick to only between about 150 calories. But if you don't have it at all, still give yourself a point.
Yeah.
No, good question. Good question. Yeah, no, I like that because not everyone has dessert, as well. And that's fine, as well. If you don't have that sweet tooth, not a problem. But still give yourself a point if you don't have it, okay?
Okay.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I love the questions. But try stick to this where you can, team. And again, I like the healthy habits tracker because we don't have control over how much weight we lose, but we have full control over the habits that we have on a daily basis. You have the opportunity to use MyFitnessPal to do your best to get your steps up, to get 2 to 3 liters of water, but you can't control how much weight you lose on the scale. We can only try our best, and that's around habits, that we do on a daily basis at the end of the day. So
I usually get only like 9,000.
That's still pretty good. That's still really good. You're only 1,000 short, but when you look at that and you think, got 9,000, I was so close. Think about what you can do during the day to get those steps up. Yeah.
Most of them, it's like 70% doing the housework with the kids.
Yeah.
And only 30% for like walking around outside.
Yeah. I might as well make good use of, as well, the beautiful weather. Yeah. So, absolutely. All good. All right, girls. Well, we'll move right on. So the next one here, girls, is a quick snapshot of the meal plan. Okay. So that you should have all received. So this has now, the thing with this, if you like a certain breakfast, okay, you can just stick to that particular breakfast. You don't have to change it up every single day. It's, as you can see, there's like a 3-day rotating roster. And you can see it very clearly even with the dinners where you got steak, fish, chicken, and then it goes again, steak, fish, and more fish, and then fish again. But you can do whatever you like, as well on there. But the big thing here is to stick to the portion. So girls, at nighttime, I want you sticking to no more than 150 grams. Now, after you weigh it out, like you've done, like what 150 grams of steak looks like, fish looks like, chicken looks like, and they don't look the same size when it's fish, chicken, and steak. The fish you can have a lot of, chicken medium, steak smallest, as well by far. So that way what 150 grams of each one looks like. Good thing with fish, it's very low in calories, and kangaroo, by the way. So you can have heaps of it. So if you're thinking, I need something to fill me up, but I need it to be lower calorie, kangaroo, and fish.
The kangaroo.
No kangaroo?
No kangaroo.
No kangaroo. That's fine. And again, that's okay. Everyone's personal choice. I'm not going to force you. I will say though that the Kangabanga sausages are fantastic. They're really, really nice. But again, I know some people have issues with giving it a try. So I respect that. I respect that. It's all good. But kangaroo, fish, they're the leanest. Chicken, as well, is very lean as well. Steak or beef, lamb, and pork, they're the fattier kinds of cuts. But sometimes you can get lean, lean pork, lean lamb, and lean steak. I feel it, it's very easy to tell when beef, for example, has a lot of fat. Like I love Scotch fillet, but it's marbled with lots and lots of fat through it. And you can see that when you say, so when you're getting like a steak, the clearer it is with not much fat, generally better. You can get a porterhouse steak, but just pop off the fat and then cook that in between. So that way, straight away it's lower in calories. But girls, this will rotate every single fortnight. You'll get a different meal plan. The good thing with the meal plans, it gives you ideas. That's all it's trying to do. You don't have to stick to it 100%. But the more you do, the better results you will get. But meal plans are there for you to understand, to get a basis of how to structure your food. And long term, that's what it's all about. It's not about sticking to one plan for your entire life, because it's going to get boring. So you got to be able to learn the principles of how to do that. So making sure you're getting small but regular food throughout the day. That's principle one. Then making sure that it's portion sized, principle two. And then the next one is calories and macronutrients, which is what we're going to go through right now. So that didn't come out as nicely as I thought it would. Okay, girls, so your calories we're trying to aim in there is between 14 and 1600 calories a day. Now, if we've only got about 5 kilos to lose, you can go as low as 1200 calories. But generally, if you eat too low, your metabolism is going to flatline. Okay, basically meaning you're going to plateau. You're not going to see any weight loss. I had a whole bunch of people in the last shred that upped their calories, that were on 1,000 to 1,200 calories, that had in excess of 20 kilos to lose, but were eating really, really low, but not losing any weight. Then I said, no, I won't mention the last name, Doreen. Let's try, as well, get your food up there to 15 to 1,700 calories and see how we go. She started losing weight straight away, whereas before, nothing. And she was eating like a bird. So we need to get out of that mindset, and I'm being a bit sexist or biased here, girls, being that the skinny girl mindset, thinking that you have to starve yourself in order to lose weight. No, that's not going to help you. You need to make sure you're getting an optimal amount of calories, and that will then help you lose weight. Okay? So what we got here, 14 to 1,600 calories. Then we got 80 to 100 grams of protein, 60 to 70 grams of fats, and 140 to 160 grams of carbs. Now, this may mean anything to you at this point in time, in terms of those other numbers, but I'm going to provide you some examples of how to get that up. Okay, now, so all right, and guys, I'll quickly go through if we're watching this video. We got 18 to 2,400 calories. 120 to 150 grams, fats 80 to 100, and carbs 200 to 220. So John, if you're listening, this is kind of where you should be at, but as well. Okay, so that's your numbers, champion. Otherwise, we're eating too low. Okay, so now this is a simple guide to macros. So macros are your carbs, fat, and protein. Now, for every 1 gram, of carbs, as you can see here on the far left side, equals 4 calories. And that's our carbs. We need it because its function is improve energy and recovery. Okay. And there are some examples here: vegetables, potatoes, oats, pasta, rice, fruit, bread, sugar. Okay. Now, next column, we got protein. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. And its function is muscle growth and repair. That's primarily the main basis of protein. And examples: chicken breast, beef, turkey, eggs, whey protein, yogurt, cheese, and beef medallions. And as you can see here, there's ones that I've got circles here that I've got beans, quinoa, milk, and peas. See how it's grouped between carbs and protein? That means they've got a bit of both. you know, as well. They have both carbs and they have protein, beans, quinoa, milk, and peas, you know, as well there. And it's got the same thing on the other side where we've got fats, and a lot of people frown upon fats. I'm definitely not one of them. It helps you with improve energy and hormone balance. Absolutely necessary, especially as we're going through the weight loss process. Do you want me to move it over a bit? Yeah, okay. The weight loss process, that you up your fats, because it's going to make you feel good. That I guarantee. If we're just focusing on carbs and protein, you can lose weight, but, and I've gone through this before with natural bodybuilding competitions, but you feel horrible. You really are not a happy camper, put it that way, you know, as well. But when you up your fats, your natural testosterone, and girls, you still have testosterone too, you know, as well, but our natural testosterone enhances, which makes it start to feel good, makes us feel strong, makes us feel more confident, you know, as well. And that's what healthy testosterone boosting fats does for us. Examples of that are avocado, egg yolks, butter in small supply, pesto, seeds, olives, oils, mayonnaise, salmon is another one there, another kind of nuts, you know, as well, like that, walnuts, any kind of nuts is high in fats. But now we're going to go through some numbers, you know. Oh, sorry, as you can see here in the other circle, you've got one between protein and fats. That's actually really good. You got salmon, cheese, nut butters, and nuts, as they have both high in, or medium, you know, in protein and fats, you know, as at the same time. So it's not always one thing's good for others. You've got other ones like these that have a bit of both carbs and protein, or protein and fats there too. They cross over. Moving on. Here's some examples, girls, okay, of how to get your protein up. Now, this is cooked, okay? I assume it's cooked. Yeah, I think it would be. Yeah, cooked per 100 grams. So you have lean beef per 100 grams, which isn't much. It's probably not even the size of your palm, or probably roughly around that, but it's very small. Lean beef, 31 grams. Venison, which is deer, you know, 27 grams. Salmon, 22 grams, chicken, 21 grams, normal steak, 21 grams. There you go. Okay, egg whites in the carton, which you can cook, you know, is all there. 11 grams, cod, so whitefish, 20 grams, pork, 20 grams. And you get different types of protein powders, which can get you a lot, you know, of protein. That's why I like protein powders, because they're quick, convenient, and you can get a lot of protein in a very short supply, you know. So highly recommend a protein shake. Girls, they're pretty much all the same to a very large degree. We can provide you with a few examples, you know, of that, that we like. And that's very cost effective too, and not very expensive. But having one protein shake a day is usually a good way to top up your protein. Just like a multivitamin will help you get you know, your vitamins and minerals, a protein shake can help you get your protein up if you're struggling to get that up. Okay, any questions at all about that, girls?
No, I'm good, thank you.
No, that's cool. I'll make sure we share this in the members page too, that way you can reflect upon it. Okay,
Dimmer, what about bacon?
Bacon's actually pretty good. It just depends on if you get shortcut bacon, you know, as well, as that's one of the leaner bacons. But where you can clearly see that there's the fat on there, chop it off.
Right.
Yeah. Otherwise, sorry?
In terms of protein. It's actually not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad source of protein, Netta.
I didn't say. Yeah, no, it is a good source of protein. Just make sure where you can see the fat on there, just chop it off.
Okay.
You know, as all of that. But otherwise, it's perfectly fine. Yeah. So all good. Okay, moving on. So we're going to go through carbs. Normally this is an easy one, but now we're going to go through what's cleaner carbs, you know. So in terms of, again, per 100 grams, assume this is cooked, you know, as well. So we got bread, 44 grams. I think that's 2 slices. I don't think that's one.
100 grams of bread.
100 grams, sorry, 100 grams of bread. Yeah, my bad. And we got quinoa, again, 21, squash, you know, as well. For, there we get 20 grams, dates, 75. Also good fat for fats there as well. Pasta, you get 27 grams. Black beans, 11 grams. Rice, 20 grams. And we got dried fruit, 62, bananas, 21, yams, 19. So it's good to get a good balance and finding out exactly what foods are higher in carbs. Yeah, it's generally speaking, as well, pasta, especially pasta that's a bit more refined, or the traditional San Remo, is more higher in calories than, say, rice or potato. So I love my pasta as much as anyone. Both wifey and I, we've been to Italy. We absolutely love pasta. It's fantastic. However, it can be very what's called energy dense. In other words, it's got a lot of calories in a very small supply. Whereas potato is probably the lowest calorie out of all of them. As well, moving up that chain then is rice. Moving up the chain then is bread. Pasta, generally speaking, that's probably a healthy pasta that they got there. Generally speaking, is higher in calories.
Yeah, but 100 grams of pasta is quite a small serve. So
very, very small, very small. Yeah, no. So yeah. Whereas 100 grams of rice spread out will look like a lot. 100 grams of pasta won't look like much on the plate. Not much at all. As well. So yeah, it tricks you there for the surface area that it actually has. Any questions at all about that, girls?
No.
Good.
All good. Okay. Fats. Now, this is an important one because we need to measure this out. Now, again, I love increasing the fats. However, when you increase the fats, it's also increasing the calories dramatically. So for every 1 gram, of fats, that works out to be 9 calories. Okay. So it's double the amount of calories of protein and carbs. So for that reason, we got to make sure we measure it out. But here's a whole bunch of examples, girls, of 100 grams of fats looks like. And remember, I think in your one, the macros, I think I got you at 60 to 70 grams of fats a day. So you can't even have all this, as well in one serve, because that'll be 100 grams. Yeah, no, that doesn't necessarily of grams. Yeah, it's per 100 grams. But that doesn't mean 100 grams of fats. That's just 100 grams of olives will work out to be 10 grams. So if you had 60 grams as your budget, you can have 6 portions or 600 grams of olives. However, it's going to be a lot of fat. It's a lot of fat, a lot of calories then you're going to have on that end. But should actually reach the target anyway, in theory. Then
that'll be all your fats you could have that day.
Yeah, that'll be everything that you will have for the entire day. So you got olives, seeds, walnuts. Basically any kind of nuts is generally okay, but walnuts and almonds and pistachios they're using here as their example. Avocado, a fantastic one. Oh, sorry, cashews too, I forgot. Nut butters. Wifey's been getting into the nut butters.
Yeah, no, I like nut butters. Like obviously you've got your good old peanut butter, but there's other good fats and minerals in ABC butter, which is almond, Brazil nut, and cashew nut butter. So if you do like your peanut butter, it's worth playing around with some of the other different butters like almond butter and ABC and things like that. Just to change it up, similar fats, but just different minerals in them too.
Yeah, a little bit healthier too. That ABC one, it's actually not that bad. It's actually fine, as well like that. So worth giving it a go. Also coconut oil and olive oil as well too. But just make sure you measure it out. Unfortunately with this, a small amount, a little bit outside your fats can mean a massive amount of calories because it doesn't take much when you're increasing your fats like this to get a lot of extra calories. Okay. Questions at all about that, girls?
No.
Good.
No, all good. Okay. All right. Moving on. Okay. So, now I wanted to go through a quick little video, about changing your macros and calories on MyFitnessPal. So as the fortnights progress, I will get you to change your calories, change your macros accordingly. But this little short video will show you how to do that. All right. Can you guys see this video popping up on the screen?
All right, team. I'm going to go through another video
you see this?
on
Give me a
how to
thumbs up.
change your goals, your calorie and macronutrient goals on MyFitnessPal. So as you can see here, we got our normal home face here. What I want you to do is press the More button, and then you're going to scroll down to Goals, which you can see just right under Workout Routines. So press Goals, is about 5th from the bottom, from the top, and press that. And then you're going to scroll down to nutritional goals.
And girls, I will share this in the
An
group.
urgent message
What the hell
to
happened
anyone
there?
with
I
type
will
2
share this in the
diabetes
group,
or
you know, as
pre-diabetes.
well. Yeah.
This
Sorry.
discovery could.
I have no idea what's going on here. Sorry. Well, sorry, I'm going to stop that. sorry.
Welcome back.
No idea.
And welcome to today's workout.
Get out of there, buddy. Okay. Apologies. Don't know what I was doing there. Okay. Yeah. So, but I'll share this video too in the group. Okay. Yeah. So, where'd you go?
Denver, we could just hear the talking. There wasn't any video.
Oh, okay. You couldn't see it on your end?
Well, it was just blank, but we could hear you talking of what to do.
Ah, okay. Thank you for letting me know that, Netta. Yeah, because, so what we'll do, let me get back in here.
I just interrupt. Yeah.
Okay. Participants can now see your application. Okay. Yeah, no drums. What I'll do, I'll share that video, you know, as well in the group, you know, as well later on, but it'll be how to change things for you. And probably best off, you can do that at your own time. That way you can scroll through and do the actions, you know, as you're watching the video. So, but thank you, Netta. My apologies about that, team. All good. And now we'll move on then. All right. Okay. A bit of playtime now, girls. What we're going to do, I'm going to get wifey to log in in just 1 minute, and I'll have to stop to share this screen to let you in. And what she's going to do, she's going to then do a little video here, just so we got 2 screens, and that way you'll be able to see on her end exactly some of the foods that we're going through. Yeah. Just give it 1 second, and we'll get right into that, and I'll have to mute my screen right on, Clorinda. Yeah. And I'll let you in. Yeah. Can I do it while it's recording? I wonder.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Wifey's in. Okay, and I'm going to mute my screen. Here we go. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You're not muted.
Mute. Mute now. I thought I just muted. Can you, IT support, can you help me out?
You need to turn your volume down.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Corinne's going to show us some stuff now. Okay.
just flip my camera around. Okay. So what we have here is just some examples of foods and things to help show actual real examples in terms of what we were just talking about, in terms of examples of your carbohydrates, your fats, your proteins, and also some lower calorie foods as well to, you know, so when you're grocery shopping, if you're looking for some, you know, slightly different options, because just changing an option or changing to a slightly different snack will be the difference between going over your calories and staying within your calories and also keeping things interesting. So the first part here is just some smart examples of carbohydrate sources. Yep. So things like sandwich thins are a great alternative to toast and bread. If you're just trying to, you know, limit your carbs a little bit when you're doing your sandwiches, great for mini pizzas, great for a toast alternative as well. These are a couple of our favorite pasta varieties. So we've got a pulse pasta here, which is made with lentils and peas. And we've got a soybean fettuccine here. And they're lower calorie pasta options, which means you can still have your pasta with the family. And this is another one here too, the Slendia. And that's really low calorie. That one's only about 14 calories. This one's about 50 calories per serve. And this one is more closer to normal calories, but you get a bit more protein. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we've got things like your prepackaged rice. Okay. If you're into that, or unless you're cooking your own, the calories in the rice is similar, whether it's prepackaged or whether it's normal. It's just a matter of adding flavor. Snacks like these nut butter ones. So you're getting fats and carbohydrate there. And another low calorie pasta option, which is actually zucchini noodles, or you can just spiralize your own zucchini. I do recommend that if you are going to have one of these really low calorie ones, you have a really flavoursome sauce, like you're having a lean bolognese or something like that, because these pastas on their own don't have a lot of flavour. Oats are another great option for breakfast. If you're an oats person or you just want to try something different, great carbohydrate source, also not that high calorie, and they will sustain you. Okay. And then we will move into protein.
Yeah, so with proteins, we've got some good ones here there, girls. This salmon one right here is an excellent one from Aldi. And if you have an air fryer, it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic to have there as well. We also have Oops, what did I do? I know we're good. Okay, very basic ones here, like is all your packs of tuna. Go for any kind of tuna you want that's got flavor. It's completely up to you. So this one's like a Woolies one, I think, but then we got other ones here that are Aldi based. So like this, they're all, and tuna is an excellent one. Don't go for the one in spring water unless you really want to. Go for the ones that have got some olive oil in them, because they're much tastier, as well with it. But they're great snacks, as I have. And if we're feeling adventurous, yes, I spoke about it before. The beef kangaroo, as well, so the kangaroo sausages, an excellent one to start with. But if the thought of it makes you, dry reach, then don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, it's all good. Now we got other ones. U Foods is excellent. They generally have a wide variety of different foods there. U Foods, Muscle Meals, Muscle Chef. They're often in a lot of service stations now. They're actually really good. Even then, frozen meals like Link was saying, they're a great alternative. So that way, if you know that it's nighttime, you're too buggered to cook, you got something quick that you can chuck into the microwave. Far better than getting, fast food. That I guarantee you. And much lower calorie and cheaper. So also then we got other things like steamed fresh fish. This is actually a really nice one with hoisin and ginger sauce. Again, quick, convenient. That's the way I like to think of things, but still healthy, obviously. And then you got other whitening things. And actually, this one's my favorite one. It's a Thai coconut curry fish fillet. So if you like that little bit of spice there too, plenty of flavor in the steamed fresh ones. Moving on, now we have desserts. Does the dessert queen want to get in here? Yeah, Clarence is the dessert queen. I'll let her go through it. Yes, okay, yeah. So
I know, you may not be a big dessert person, but we all generally have snacks. So some of these fall into both categories. It just depends on, what time of day it might be. But again, just making those smarter calorie choices can be the big difference between hitting your calorie goals and missing them. So if we are looking at, let's start with some desserts. So things that are pre-portioned, like skinny cow, even things like, this is the Aldi version of a gay time, which is really good. And it's under 200 calories. We are coming into warmer weather. So even things like your paddle pops are under 100 calories. So it's worth looking at what sort of ice creams and treats are pre-portioned and are in that lower calorie range so that you don't missing out. This is our favorite ice cream, this Peter's Light and Creamy. You can have a significant serve of this plus like a whole bunch of strawberries or a little bit of fruit and come in at under 150 calories for dessert, and you don't even feel like you're missing out on dessert at all. And also jelly. If you're a jelly person, just swap it for the light jelly. And again, you can have a massive serve of this jelly for about 14 calories, pair it with some ice cream, and you've got a really big dessert bowl. Now, a couple of other little snacks. These Fiber One bars, I know that there's been a little bit of talk in the group this week. I think it was Chloe was talking about the Fiber One bars there. They're all in the 90 calorie range. They've got popcorn bars. They've got these little brownies, which are amazing. And again, just you can have them as a snack with a cup of tea or coffee or as a dessert. And then we've also got a couple of other low calorie ice cream ones up here. Just depends where you shop. But the Kenny's, that whole tub there is 300 calories. That's from Aldi. And these two other ones are options from Woolies or Coles. So it's worth just having a little look there so that you're not missing out. But I'm a big fan of yogurt too. So I really love this Zero yogurt, this Yoplait Zero, or the YoPro vanilla yogurt. And again, that's really useful to add to fruit and jelly and just to bulk up, your snacks or your dessert.
Get that protein up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the YoPro is a really good way to get your protein up. You can have 200 grams of this yogurt here, I think for about 107 calories. So it's very easy, and you get, I think, 15 grams of protein there. So that's quite easy too. All right, let's move into some snacks. And these are some of Denver's favorite snacks here. And again, you can see, yes, they look like kiddie stuff that you would, take for recess, but that's because they are pre-portioned and it's easier to stick to your portions that way.
Not because I'm a child is what she's trying to mean. I was all about that. Yeah. So basically, we have popcorn here as well. But again, they're pre-packed. I love popcorn. Always have, always will. So, having a small pack at nighttime is a fantastic one. But then having something, it's not a try, and then, or even the mini bites one over here. It's a recess size pack one here as well. However, then there's also the chocolate. Okay, we've got a chocolate one here somewhere, but for some reason, Clarine's going to, oh no, here we go. It's right here. There we go. Yeah, this Coles dark chocolate. I don't know why I put in the protein part, but that's actually really good, and it's pre-packed. The good thing about this, so it's pre-packed into what, 3-4 squares?
So 4 squares, and you get 5 serves in here for 56 calories.
56 calories. Where a normal, four squares of Cadbury milk chocolate works out to be 190. 109, so about double the amount of calories basically you're having there. So I often like to have something savory, or salty, as well, and then have something sweet, as well after that, and then I'm fine, as well. But if it's not portioned, I can eat an entire block easily, not a problem, and a massive packet of chips too, as well, which is gonna blow out. There'd be more calories than the main, so it's better to have something smaller but packaged. That's already pre-packaged. That helps me get around it. But then also, there goes, we got some ways to get your water up there. So you got some really nice flavored teas. So, and it's getting warmer. There's plenty of iced tea versions of these ones now out there in the supermarkets. But then also other ways on how you can get your water up there. So diet, can you keep that up, please? Yep. That's two. Yeah. Hold it. Yep. Cooler lime. There we are. So great ways on how to make your water a bit more interesting, because we want to be ideally. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Okay. And hitting your 2-liter target. This is actually a really cool one too. Strawberry and guava. As well, one there. Cooler is definitely my favorite. But it's good to experiment with a whole bunch of different teas. And up the back here, we got some very small but quick, convenient protein shakes, which you can buy from Coles, Woolies. Generally, I think I haven't seen any of these at Aldi, but even protein bars. My attitude is try a variety of them, see what you like, and then when you found something you like, keep buying it. You also got there's a massive wide variety of different protein bars.
Check your calories on the protein bars though, because sometimes they're still quite high. So you've just got to work out, is it something that is just a snack, or is it, because you're not getting much time to have lunch or something. That one's 210. So
like anything, you got to do your research. You probably can't see that very well there, but that's okay. You want to make sure that you're getting about, 15 to 20 grams, anywhere between 10 and 20 grams of protein, but you don't really want to be getting anywhere over 200 calories, as well in it. So, within each protein bar, especially for you girls. For us guys, we can probably have a little bit more, but there's a wide variety of different ones. If you have questions, please let us know, because it's so hard. There are a wide variety of different ones. A lot of them, generally speaking, are the same. So just a matter of you finding something that you like, you enjoy, that you don't have to suffer in order to have that, that will help you bump up your protein. Okay. And also, always good to look at your lower calorie sauces there too.
So go for your no added sugar versions of your tomato and barbecue sauce. Have a look at the calories, even things like, sweet chili sauce. There is a low sugar version if that's your thing, but it's worth checking out, because just adding, your dressings and your sauces can really add the calories to your meals, and you may not realize it. So have a look for low calorie ones. I will put some more options on low calorie sauces in the group.
Cool. All right, girls. Any questions at all about that?
Oh, good. Thank you so much.
No drama.
Very
good.
idea now.
No, that's cool. It's good to have a wide variety of different ideas. The good thing about an idea, you can always change an idea. So that's the most important thing. But once you understand the rules, how many grams you're getting in roughly, then some of the go-tos. All right, girls. Well, that's the end of that part there. I'll quickly finish up, okay, on my what's left on the presentation.
Hey, you're back.
Mute. Okay. Can you girls hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep, you good? Okay, we're back. All right. So let's get back to share screen. All right, I'll get back into this presentation. All right, girls, and we'll move on. Okay. There we go. So I just want to show you a quick rice comparison. So this is per 125 grams of rice. 125 grams of cooked rice, cauliflower, and then Slendia rice. So as you can see here, and again, we'll go through this relatively quickly because I will share these later on. For 125 grams of Uncle Ben's rice works out to be 183 calories. For cauliflower rice, which you can see here is that symbol there, that's from Woolworths. That works out to only to be 23 calories. And then for Slendia rice, only works out to be 12. Now, again, it's 125 grams across the board, but the calories are quite different. Personally, and I know I speak for my wife here too, the Slendia rice stuff, it may be super low in calories, but there's not much flavor. So you got to make sure you put some sauces there accordingly, and that will help you, as well bump up the flavor there. Cauliflower rice is actually pretty good too. There's other ones that actually mix in with like sweet potato and what else? Broccoli. Yeah. But you just got to put some different sauces in there to make it a little bit more interesting. And then from there, it's actually fine. We've actually made fried rice, or our version of cauliflower fried rice, as well, just on the pan. And it just gives that extra flavor. But again, it's still very low in calorie. And again, you can put a bit of oil and everything in there. It's not a problem because it's so low in calories. So look for where you can be creative, but especially have those alternatives that are lower calorie ready for you, because especially if you've gone over your calories quite significantly and you want something at nighttime that's got rice, have something or that like a cauliflower rice that you could cook up very easy, put a few different sauces in, and it's still very, very low calories.
Or just halve your portion. So I don't know, Juvie, if you like your rice and eat a fair bit of rice, but
I tried the cauliflower already.
Yeah.
Then it's good. It's
Yes,
just
not bad. Yeah. Or
it's
have a smaller portion of your normal rice and mix in some of the cauliflower rice to bulk it up. So it doesn't mean you go without. It just means that you look at your portion and make smart choices around it.
Definitely.
I will get to try the cauliflower, but I will try it.
It is worth trying.
Yeah. And you got other ones. You got a few ones that are mixed in with different other things in there too as well, Netta. That way, even frozen ones.
Yeah,
too.
you can get frozen ones now that are actually mixed with already some other stuff, like in these little steam bags that you put in the microwave.
Yeah.
So it's worth checking. It's worth checking out what's in the frozen aisle as well for ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Burgers. Now, again, this is just how to shop smart and how to look for different things. So for a normal beef burger patty, so that's in the top right-hand corner, you can see that image there. That works out to be per patty, works out to be 233 calories. For a lean burger, which is the one in the middle, on the side, peppercorn, that works out to be only 162 calories. For our super muscly kangaroo, which we both had this week, as well. And again, up to you. I respect everyone's decision if they don't want to try it or not. But the good thing about our kangaroo is look at the calorie difference. It's half the calories of what a normal beef burger is. But even more so from that, as you go down, the protein is double. It's got 20 grams of protein there in comparison to the full fat normal beef patty. That's only got 9. And then even more so, we have the kangaroo has only 2.1 grams of fat, whereas the normal beef burger has 20 grams. So in other words, our kangaroo is twice as muscly as a cow and 10 times leaner than a cow, basically, from that point of view too. But you don't have to go for the kangaroo. Even if you look at the middle ground, the lean beef burger is significantly lower in fat. You can see the difference there. You got 8.7 grams in comparison to 20. You have the protein, you have more protein there as well. So even your leaner versions there are actually fantastic. So this is where when you're going shopping, just don't go normal. Have a look at the back. Make sure you read the nutritional content to make sure if it's fitting those calories there. Those grams of protein, carbs and fats. And always look for the calories there too. Pasta. There we go. Again, I love pasta. But now when I look at this is cooked. Okay. I don't think that other one that we had there was cooked. I think it was raw. As well. I always want to, you're not going to eat raw pasta. We're going to eat, cooked pasta at the end of the day. Now, look at the numbers here though, girls. As you can see here, we got per 125 grams of cooked pasta, which is not much. not much at all. You know, works out to be 454 calories, okay, for normal San Remo spaghetti. Then going to pulse pasta, which we went through before, which has the peas, lentils, chickpeas, and tortilla beans, works out to be 415. So look, it's not much more difference, but it's about 40 calories. When it comes down here, though, this is to your carbs, though, this is where it is actually quite significant, because you got 90 grams of San Remo normal pasta, whereas you got the pulsed spaghetti has 57. So it's almost half, you know, as well there. But then go one step down again, the protein is almost double, you know, there. The fats are pretty negligible, but that pulse pasta is actually excellent, you know, as well to have. My recommendation, if you like to have pasta on a regular basis, have it at lunch. Don't have it at dinner, you know, as well, because it's just going to be very heavy. And really, again, 125 grams of cooked pasta is not much. It's already got 454 calories, girls. Yeah, yeah, we may have to review that, you know, as well. But yeah, you know, but that's still the bulk of your calories. Again, this is cooked, the final product. The previous one was not, that was raw. So okay, but moving on. Okay, now we got meat comparison. We got normal beef mince, which works out to be we're focusing on 100 gram serves. This is the one up the top right hand corner, regular beef mince, 217 calories. In comparison to the extra lean beef mince, 129 calories. The protein is pretty much negligible, but as you can see, the fats go from 17 grams for the full fat one to 4.7 in the regular beef. So again, it just pays to look for when you can shop smart. Oh, and that looks like it's the the end of the slideshow. Didn't realize that was right at the end. Girls, do we have any questions at all about that?
Oh, good. I'm all good.
Good.
If it's overpopulating your head with ideas right about now, that's a good thing, you know, because what we're going to do, we're going to put up more photos, more images, and I'm going to replay this presentation back in the group. That way the others can actually see it as well. More than likely, any questions you girls have, they'll be thinking the exact same, you know, as well there too. So thank you for participating, girls. Hopefully we got at least one thing, you know, as well out of this that we can apply, you know, as well to our food, and see where we can, and look for when you do your grocery shopping to see it as a bit of an adventure, not necessarily always, you know, as well a chore, you know, as well to do it. So that way you can look at different foods. And great things with Woolies, Coles and Aldi, they're all at war with each other to see what they can do to have the healthiest option there, you know, as well with different foods. So always have a look around to see what's there. And please, if you find something, you really like it, take a photo of it and put in the group, because more than likely someone else will be thinking, oh, that's a great idea. I want to give that a try. Or if something's on sale, that way we can all save some money, you know, as well too. Yeah, which is always great. So all good. All right, guys. Well, I'll let you go. Thank you very, very much for joining me. And yeah, you too. And see you, Juvie. See you, Netta. And have a great weekend.
Thank you so much for the idea.
Pleasure, Juvie. Thank you. You too. Okay. Bye-bye, Juvie. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Yes.